All right, thank you and good evening. Thank you for joining us. At this time, I will call to order the August 11th, 2026 regular meeting of the School Board of Charlotte County. Here in Charlotte County, we will achieve our vision of success for all through our mission to educate, inspire, and support all students to build stronger communities. All right, before I go on, I just want to ease everyone's mind. So we have half the sheriff's department here tonight because they're doing a demo for us. So we're in good hands tonight. All right, with that, please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. And thank you for that. All right, Mr. Superintendent, are there any additions or corrections to the agenda at this time?
Mr. Chair, we have two deletions this evening. Item G5, City of Punta Gorda Interlocal Agreement for Commercial Drivers License Training, and item G10, Donation of Managed One-to-One Platform.
I'll move approval of the deletions.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the deletions to the agenda. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. And the motion passes. All right, we're going to start off with something pretty exciting tonight, Mr. Superintendent. I guess we have the oath of office at this time.
Mr. Chair, this is awfully exciting. At this time, it is my honor to administer the constitutional oath of office to our newly appointed school board member, Mr. Tony Smith. Mr. Smith, would you please join me in front of the dais? And board, if you could please join me in the front row there where it says reserved. Gentlemen, we are starting the school year off with a bang. We have 4 presentations this morning or this afternoon. We're going to talk about academic excellence. We're going to talk about teaching excellence. We are going to talk about partnership in workforce innovation and development. But tonight, our first report this evening, away we go, is a demonstration of the Weapon Detection K-9 program. This will be a first in Charlotte County. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Mike Desjardins, our Assistant Superintendent of School Support, to the podium to provide an overview of this program. Dr. Desjardins.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, Superintendent Vianello, School Board Chair LeClaire, school board members, and those in attendance. I am proud to be able to present this afternoon another proactive step towards keeping our schools safe. As you are aware, the school district applied for and received $252,000 of grant funding from the Florida Safe Schools K-9 program. This program is designed to implement a weapons detection K-9 program within our schools. When Joe King, our coordinator of district security, and I approached the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office with this opportunity, as they usually do, they immediately enthusiastically agreed. This agreement is another example of the proactive, positive relationship that exists between the Charlotte County Public Schools and the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. As you know, keeping our students, staff, and community safe and secure is the #1 priority of the school system. Our new weapons detection canine, named Bala, is in the final stages of the certification process. The CCSO and Bala will be visiting our schools on a daily basis to detect the threat of potential weapons on school grounds, including at certain after-school events and activities. I would like to call up Captain Williams from the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, who would like to say a few comments regarding this program, introduce our canine handler, our canine, and provide a demonstration. Captain Williams.
Thank you, Dr. D. Good evening, everybody. Esteemed board members, our distinguished dignitaries that are here, Mr. Danny Nix and Vanessa Oliver, thank you very much for being here. And everybody else in attendance, we appreciate it. On behalf of Sheriff Bill Permel, thank you very much for tonight's invitation. As we all know, safety is our highest and our top priority when it comes to our students and our staff. Very, very important, instrumental, and our partnership that we share between the Sheriff's Office and all of you at the Charlotte School District, we appreciate it. It's moments and opportunities like this that we are able to have and obtain equipment, assets that enhance the safety. And we know when our schools are safe, our campuses are safe, kids tend to learn a little bit better, right? We understand that. So without further ado, I know you're not here for me tonight. Does this thing keep cutting off? Sorry. I know you're not here for me tonight. So I want to introduce our dynamic duo, our new weapons detection canine duo, Deputy First Class Jake Erner and his canine partner, Bala. I know, isn't she beautiful? Don't forget about him. He is a handsome young man. Don't forget about him. So they're going to put on a quick demo for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Our Corporal Joe Giardina is one of our trainers. He's been working diligently with our new duo. So please don't be afraid to ask any questions and enjoy the demonstration.
You guys, a little context. He doesn't. I don't think he knows where the training aid is hidden in the bag. We have some distractors between tennis balls. Her reward is food and tennis ball. So we put distractors in the bags, water bottles, tennis balls, anything kids would have in their bags to show that she won't alert to those things. She's trained on ammunition, firearms, anything to do with gunpowder is what she's trained to alert on. So two things so you guys can see what you're looking at here. Her alert, or her final response, she'll stop, she'll stare, she'll put her nose on the source of wherever it's coming from. So DFC Erner will know that that's an alert. We don't teach her the sit or the down because when it comes to crowd screening at baseball games or football games, she has to follow a human. If someone has a gun in their pocket, she has to walk with them and keep her nose on their pocket. So if we teach her to sit, that would be difficult for her to do that while she's trying to follow somebody. So it might not look like much, but her final response will freeze. She'll put her nose on it. We have about a month of training left with her. So this is not a finished product. Hopefully there's no bloopers today. But she's been a rock star up to this point. So yeah, go ahead.
Yes!
So we'll switch the bags around one more time. We'll show you one more time, then I'll show you what's in the bag. So she's going to be trained to rooms, classrooms, book bags, lockers, vehicles in the parking lot. So this is our training aid right here that she uses it's a real gun, obviously. If anybody has any questions, we can answer any questions, but she's going to be trained to do the crowd screening, the vehicles, rooms, and really anything that can contain any kind of firearm odor. She can check. So, yeah, that's Canine Bala.
How old? She'll be 2 in October.
years old in October. And,
I'm sorry.
go ahead, no, go ahead.
Does she alert to the gunpowder?
It's gunpowder, right? So for certification, she has to check 3 rooms and find 2 hides. She has to check 5 cars and find 2 hides. That can contain a gun magazine with nothing in it. That can contain a firearm. That can contain spent shell casings that were just recently fired. That can contain live ammunition. Anything to do with firearms at all, it can contain. And obviously, he doesn't know where any of these hides are. He has to go into a blind, and the dog has to tell him where it's at. And then she has to do a field search where there'll be 2 guns in a 30 by 30 yard area in the grass field. She has to search the grass area in tall grass and locate both firearms and alert, which her alert will be a down, her nose on the gun, and stop and just stare.
How does she know not to?
Yeah, that's a very common question. So basically, I know it sounds crazy, but every time she smells this or looks to us, she doesn't get paid for anything on us. Like, she won't get food or a toy. Everything in front of the handler, she'll get paid for. But that's a very common question, and there is quite a lot of, like, even right here, there's a lot of gun odor coming off of us, but she understands that we're a no-go, and everything here is in front of her, or whatever we tell her to check. Other people, or bags, or classrooms, or whatever.
Honest, John, get in the front.
Good?
You done? Yep. Captain Williams, thank you, sir, and gentlemen, thank you for keeping us safe here in Charlotte County. And Bala, it was a pleasure to meet you. So the secret sauce here in Charlotte County is that we have wonderful teachers. And our second recognition this evening honors one of those teachers, our outstanding 2026 Teacher of the Year, Miss Becky Mendelson. I see Miss Becky Mendelson, there she is, from L.A. Ainger Middle School. At this time, it is my pleasure to invite Miss Becky Mendelson to the podium to share about her teaching experience here in Charlotte County.
There we go. Good evening. Thank you very much for inviting me, Mr. Chair, school board members, Mr. Superintendent, and everyone else here. It's such an honor to stand before you tonight to be named Charlotte County's Teacher of the Year. When I think about this journey, I could talk about awards and accomplishments and programs and milestones, but honestly, when I think of what makes me proudest to be an educator, I think about something much simpler, the relationships. And when I look around our schools today, I see something really exciting happening. I see positive change. I see teachers working together in new and meaningful ways. I see schools becoming places where students are not just taught, but truly known. I see adults finding more ways to connect with kids, support one another, and celebrate successes, and create environments where the students feel like they belong. And sometimes the best evidence that we're making progress comes from the mouths of our students. At the very end of the 25-26 school year, I had a very enlightening situation occur. One day, I had a student walk into my class. She smiled at me and just very sincerely said, "Oh, Mrs. Mendelson, I just love you so much. You're my favorite teacher." And of course, as a teacher, you know exactly what that does to your heart. You think, "Oh, this is it. I've made it." But before I could even respond to Olivia's comment, another student yelled out, "Olivia, I literally just heard you say that to Miss Odenbach last period." And without missing a beat, Olivia stated, "Well, Mrs. Odenbach is my favorite math teacher, and Mrs. Mendelson is my favorite science teacher." And honestly, Olivia's response made my heart even happier. Because that is exactly what we want for our students. I don't want to be the only teacher that a student loves. I don't want to be the only adult that a student trusts. I want students to have a whole team of people in their corner. I want them to have a teacher that they can go to when they struggle in math. I want them to have a teacher they can talk to when they need encouragement. I want them to have a counselor that is able to listen, an administrator who believes in them, a coach who pushes them, a staff member who notices when they're having a difficult or challenging day. I want them to walk into our schools knowing there are people here that care about me. And I believe that that is one of the most positive changes happening in our school. We are becoming more intentional about creating connections instead of simply classrooms. We're recognizing that students learn best when they feel safe, valued, seen, and supported. We're recognizing that there is not one teacher that has to do it all. From the very beginning of my journey as Teacher of the Year, I have had one mission in mind. I want my colleagues to understand that teaching is not about me, it's about us. We're stronger together. When teachers collaborate, students benefit. When teachers share ideas, students benefit. When we celebrate one another instead of competing with one another, students benefit. And when a student can name 3, 4, 5, or even 10 adults in a school who they know will be there for them, we have created something incredibly powerful. We've created a community. I have had the privilege of seeing this change happen firsthand. I've watched teachers open their doors and share what works. I've watched colleagues step in and help one another. I've watched educators celebrate each other's successes. I've watched teachers build relationships with students who may have once felt disconnected from school. So when I think about my journey to this moment, I don't see the spotlight shining on one teacher. I see the spotlight shining on all of us. This honor continues to remind me that education is not about one teacher being the favorite. It is about making sure that every student has someone, and hopefully many someones, who believe in them. Someone who notices them, someone who challenges them, someone who celebrates them, someone who says, "I believe that you can do this," and someone who is there when they need us the most. Because if my student has one favorite teacher in every subject, well, that means we're doing something right. And if she has a whole school full of adults that she can count on, then that means we're doing something extraordinary. I am incredibly proud to be a teacher. I'm incredibly proud to be part of the Charlotte County Schools. And I am incredibly excited for the direction that we are heading. Because the greatest change that we can make is not simply improving what happens inside of our classroom. It is creating schools where every child can look around and say, there are people here who know me. There are people here who believe in me. There are people here who love me enough to help me become the very best version of me. That is the future of education that I believe in, and it is the future that I am honored to help build. Thank you.
Oh, yes, I'm thinking, all right, what are we doing? Ladies and gentlemen, our Teacher of the Year, Miss Becky Mendelson. Okay, so there is a correlation between teaching excellence and academic excellence. Next up, we know that academic excellence is a team effort, and tonight we are proud to recognize the schools that have earned an A rating. This achievement reflects a strong commitment to student success and excellence across our district. At this time, it is my pleasure to invite our Assistant Superintendent of Learning, Mr. Bob Bedford, to the podium to recognize our 10, count them 10, A schools. Mr. Bedford.
Good evening, Chairman LeClaire, Vice Chair Atkinson, members of the school board, Board Attorney McKinley, Superintendent Vianello, district leaders, and our guest. Tonight we have the privilege of recognizing an extraordinary accomplishment for Charlotte County Public Schools. For the first time since 2011, Charlotte County Public Schools has earned the designation of an A-rated school district. This achievement reflects the dedication, perseverance, and shared commitment of our students, teachers, school leaders, support staff, families, and community partners. District-wide success is built one classroom, one student, and one school at a time. Tonight, we are especially proud to recognize 10 Charlotte County Public Schools that earned the A grade from the Florida Department of Education. Earning the A is not a result of one test, one program, or 1 year of work. It represents high expectations, strong instruction, meaningful relationships, careful monitoring of student progress, and a relentless belief that every student can succeed. It also reflects countless hours of planning, collaboration, intervention, encouragement, and support. While we celebrate these 10 schools individually, their success is also part of a larger story, a district working together with a common purpose and a commitment to providing every student in Charlotte County with the opportunity to achieve at the highest level. At this time, I will call each of our A-rated schools individually. As your school is announced, we invite the principal and school representatives to come forward to receive a plaque from our Coordinator of Community Engagement, Claudette Smith, and to be recognized by the school board and superintendent. Our first school tonight is Liberty Elementary School, led by Principal Carrie Whaley. Liberty Elementary School earned an A for the first time since 2011. Next is Meadow Park Elementary School, led by Principal Lauren Ellick. Meadow Park Elementary School earned an A for the first time since 2011, improving from a C in 2025 to an A in 2026. Next is Punta Gorda Middle School, led by Principal Amanda Sanford. Punta Gorda Middle School earned an A for the first time since 2012, also improving from a C in 2025 to an A in 2026. Deep Creek Elementary School, led by Principal Daryl Conrarty. Deep Creek Elementary School earned an A for the second straight year. Lemon Bay High School, led by Principal Robert Murphy. Lemon Bay High School earned an A for the second straight year as well. LA Ainger Middle School, led by Principal Steve Smith. LA Ainger Middle School earned an A for the third straight year. Port Charlotte Middle School, led by Principal Tara Wisnet. Port Charlotte Middle School earned an A for the third straight year. Sally Jones Elementary School, represented by Assistant Principal Corey Trost. Sally Jones Elementary School earned an A for the fifth straight year. Vineland Elementary School, led by Principal Jackie Bachnick. Vineland Elementary School also earned an A for the fifth straight year. And Florida Southwestern Collegiate High School, led by Principal Michelle Weir. FSW has earned an A for 16 straight years. Congratulations again to these outstanding schools and to the students, teachers, staff, administrators, families, and community members who helped make this achievement possible. We are incredibly proud to celebrate our 10A schools and together our district's return to an A rating. Thank you.
So to put that in perspective, we have 20 schools in Charlotte County that are eligible for a school grade. Of those 20 schools, 10 of them, 50%, have earned an A. So wonderful job to our administrators and to our teachers. Okay, last but not least, our fourth and final recognition. It is my honor to introduce two very special individuals and true friends to Charlotte County Public Schools. Our final presentation this evening reflects Charlotte County's shared commitment to preparing students for the future through innovation, workforce education, and strong community partnerships. It is my honor to welcome Representatives Vanessa Oliver and Danny Nix, who are joining us to present ceremonial sponsorship checks to the Charlotte County School Board in support of the state-of-the-art welding training facility at the Southwest Florida Advanced Manufacturing Training Center and the water management program at Lemon Bay High School. These investments reflect the power of collaboration between our community, school district, and legislative delegation. We are grateful for their support of our 2026 legislative priorities and their continued commitment to expanding opportunities for our students. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Representatives Vanessa Oliver and Danny Nix.
Oh, all right. Well, good evening, everyone. It is absolutely my honor to present this check along with Representative Nix from the state of Florida to the Charlotte County school system. Thank you all so much for your leadership and commitment to our children. That is what makes all the difference when we're fighting for funds in Tallahassee, and your commitment to making sure that every student in Charlotte County can get a great high-paying job because they have that training and can stay right here in Charlotte County, which is what selfishly I want for my children, and thank you for wanting it for yours as well. So thank you all so much.
So I won't belabor and say more of what Rep. Oliver said, but what I will tell you is I served on the education committee, the big committee, as well as K through 12 budget and education admin. And what we have in Charlotte County with our superintendent and our board, I can tell you with working with the other 67 counties, is special. It's very easy to get behind the programs that they want to do because we know they've been studied. And as you can see by the A schools that we have rolling out of here, they know how to implement and bring success. So thank you for letting me be a part of the program. I truly back everything that y'all do. If you don't, you know I'll tell you. But very, very grateful, and thank you to the parents who support as well, because we know how important you are.
All right, so thank you so much, Mr. Superintendent, for those wonderful reports. It's always something special when we get to really spend some time first thing before everything starts to recognize all the good things and that's going on in our district. So once again, thank you for the wonderful reports, Mr. Superintendent. All right, I see I have one citizen's comment. Any more additional comment cards? All right. Citizen input is vital to improving our school district, and we value your contributions. Citizen comments will be heard at the beginning of the meeting before any agenda items are addressed. While board members and the superintendent typically do not respond during the meeting, your remarks will be carefully reviewed and follow-up will be provided when appropriate. Please include your phone number on your comment card. We ask that all comments be respectful and decorum must be maintained. Disruptions such as clapping, yelling, or loud conversations are not permitted. Warnings will be issued for disruptions and continued issues may result in removal. Thank you for helping us improve our schools. Comments are limited to 3 minutes, and speakers must state their name and county for the record. So we have one speaker, and if Heather Thompson would come on up. You're up. Good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Heather Thompson, Charlotte County, from Charlotte County Support Personnel Association. Good evening, Superintendent Vianello and school board members. First, I want to congratulate Tony Smith on his appointment to the school board. I know many of us wondered what this change might mean for us and our employees, so it was a pleasant surprise to hear Tony's name announced. We believe he will do great work in his role, and we look forward to seeing what he brings to the board. Congratulations, Tony.
Thank you.
I also want to sincerely thank the board and the district bargaining team for our tentative agreement and for approving of the additional funds to go towards raises for our support staff. The employees I represent are truly the backbone of this district. They drive our buses, feed our students, keep our schools clean and safe, support our classrooms, answer our phones, and do so much every day that often goes unnoticed. I know personally what it feels like to give your best and still feel like your work isn't valued. That experience has stayed with me. It has also made me understand how meaningful it is when employees are truly seen, heard, and appreciated. Tonight, I feel like our support staff are being seen. We may not always agree, and we may sit on opposite sides of the bargaining table, but I believe we share the same goal: to make this district better for our employees and ultimately better for our students. Congratulations on the District Day, by the way. So on behalf of Charlotte County Support Personnel Association and the employees we represent, thank you for listening, thank you for investing in our people, and thank you for recognizing the value of our employees who keep this district moving every day. Our employees give so much to this district. Tonight you are giving something back, and that means more than you may realize. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather, for your comments. All right, Mr. Superintendent, the consent agenda is next.
Mr. Chair, we have 9 routine items on the consent agenda, which were reviewed in our individual meetings, and I am recommending approval of our consent agenda.
So moved. Second?
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Any discussion? All right, hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, nay. And that motion passes. Thank you, Mr. Superintendent. We have the action agenda, please.
As required by the State Board of Education, our school safety specialist is required to submit a quarterly inspection report. I now invite Mr. Joe King to the podium to provide a review of the district quarterly inspection report. Mr. King.
All right, good evening, Mr. King.
Good evening. Good evening, Board Chair Leclerc, board members, and Superintendent Vianello. During the fourth quarter of the 25-26 school year, the Office of Safe Schools conducted a total of 5 inspections. Among those inspected were L.A. Anger Middle, Murdoch Middle, Neil Armstrong Elementary, Kingsway Elementary School, and Meadow Park Elementary School. During the fourth quarter inspections, Murdoch Middle School was the only school found out of compliance with one standard. I appealed their decision on site. I appealed their decision in writing. I appealed their decision with a phone call. And I was told, Mr. King, there is no appeal process. So needless to say, I didn't win that appeal. They did come back and re-inspect Murdoch in a couple weeks later, and they were found in full compliance. Overall, 12 of the 13 schools that were inspected during the school year were found to be in 100% full compliance, for approximately 93%. And this concludes my review of the Office of Safe Schools 25-26 school year fourth quarter inspection report.
Thank you, Mr. King, and thank you for always protecting us and serving us well as far as keeping our students safe. With that, I am recommending approval of the quarterly inspection report.
So moved.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the district quarterly inspection report. Any discussion?
I hope that you are trying to figure out if we can get a new appeals process in place with them, so that way in the future we can appeal it and win.
Anyone else? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, nay. And that motion passes also. Mr. Superintendent, we have the next item on the agenda is the evaluation.
Mr. Chair, this is a board item, so I will defer to you.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to present the evaluation of the superintendent for the board's approval. Those of you that haven't reviewed it, there's an opportunity to do so online. And I think the board has decided to adopt a policy of the Department of Education, and we're going to raise the standards every year by a little bit so that we don't have as much problem here trying to keep you from the maximum points allowed, which we're pretty darn close this year, Mr. Superintendent. So at this time, I'm asking for a motion to approve the evaluation of the superintendent.
Thank you,
second.
All right, thank you, Mr. Seeger. We have a motion
In a second.
and a second. All right, thank you. We have a motion and a second to approve the superintendent's evaluation. All those in favor signify.
Have discussion?
Oh, any discussion? Thank you.
So, Bob, were you saying in your motion that we're going to put an elevator clause in there the same?
Well,
or just commentary on it?
Just commentary regarding the fact that the Department of Education raises the standards every year, so perhaps we need to too, but because we can't seem to keep him within the guidelines of what we've set.
Yeah, I was going to say, looking at our reviews of the superintendent and how we evaluated him, I think John and I are very easy graders because we gave him perfect scores in many categories. Mr. Superintendent, please go through and read all the comments if you haven't yet, because what I had to say and what I know we collectively said, there's a lot of positive feedback for you in there, and you are doing a fantastic job. So thank you for all your work this past year.
Did you say easy graders?
Yeah, I feel like I was like, am I an easy grader? Is that what I
Well,
did
it's
here?
difficult, but
Yeah.
he
Are we
makes it
inflating
easy.
the grades
He
now?
makes
I don't
it
know.
easy for us. How's
Yeah,
that?
there you go. I like it.
Any more discussion? All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, nay. And the motion passes. Congratulations, Mr. Superintendent. All right, Mr. Superintendent, we have the Safe Schools Assessment.
We do, and first, let me say thank you, Board. It truly is an honor to be here. The next item is the 2026-2027 Safety and Security Self-Assessment. This annual assessment is required by Florida law and is completed using the Florida Safe Schools Assessment tool. At this time, I would like to invite back to the podium our Coordinator of District Security and Emergency Management, Mr. Joe King, to provide a brief overview of the 2026-2027 assessment.
Good evening again. Tonight, I bring before you the 26-27 Florida Safe School Assessment Tool, which is the FSAT, for your approval. As a reminder, the actual FSAT document is confidential and exempt from release to the public under Florida statute. The assessment ensures, at a minimum, we are meeting the best practices in regards to school safety and security outlined by the state. I am proud to say that we not only meet these standards, but we exceed in most categories. The following are amongst some of the items implemented during the 25-26 school year. Our guardians continue to enhance their abilities to protect students and staff throughout the district through advanced training and new equipment. They all now actually carry police radios and are now able to communicate with not only the SRO on campus, but responding officers. They are also able to monitor situations occurring around their respective schools. In addition, I am pleased to announce the launching of our new control center. We are now able to actively monitor schools, provide important information to responding law enforcement, and remotely place schools into lockdown. We will continue to enhance the capabilities of the control center as we move forward. Lastly, with the assistance of the Florida Canine Grant and the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, we will have our own full-time weapons detection canine for the 26-27 school year. In collaboration with our local first responders, the district continues to make efforts to improve the safety and security of our schools. Thank you.
Thank you once again, Mr. King. And with that, I'm recommending approval of the Florida Safe Schools District Best Practice Assessment.
So moved.
Second.
All right, thank you. We have a motion and a second to approve the Florida Safe Schools District Best Practices Assessment. Any discussion? All right, I do just want to thank Mr. King again for his great work in ensuring the safety of our students and our staff. Thank you for the tour of the control center. That's some good stuff, and just another layer to add to what the many layers we have already. So great job. All right, any other comments or discussion? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, nay. And the motion passes. Thank you. The adult meal prices, Mr. Superintendent.
Complying with USDA regulations, The cost of an adult lunch for the 2026-2027 school year will increase from $5 to $5.25 per meal. I'm recommending approval of the adult meal price for the 2026-2027 school year.
So moved.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the adult meal price. Any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye,
Aye.
and those opposed, nay. And that motion passes. Thank you, Mr. Superintendent. We have an agreement.
We do. District Operations is requesting approval for IL Primo Pizza and Wings to have naming rights to the Port Charlotte High School concession stand for 3 years. I am requesting approval of the naming rights agreement.
So moved.
Second?
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the naming rights agreement. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, nay. And the motion passes. All right, we now have the CCSPA contract and tentative agreement.
This is the 2025-2028 tentative agreement between the school district and the Charlotte County Support Personnel Association. This tentative agreement was ratified by support staff on July 25th, 2026. And I would like to thank both the district and CCSPA's bargaining teams for their hard work and commitment throughout this process. It is my pleasure to request ratification of the 2025-2028 tentative agreement with the CCSPA.
So moved.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to ratify the tentative agreement with the CCSPA. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, nay. And the motion passes. The benefits tentative agreement is next, Mr. Superintendent.
The next item is the benefits tentative agreement between the school district, the Charlotte County Florida Educator Association, and the Charlotte County Support Personnel Association, effective July 1st, 2026. I am requesting ratification of the tentative agreement for benefits between the school district, CFEA, and CCSPA.
So moved.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to ratify the benefits tentative agreement between the school district, CFEA, and the CCSPA. Any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, nay. And that motion passes. Thank you. Next, the interim salary schedule, Mr. Superintendent.
This is the revised 2026-2027 interim salary schedule, and I'm recommending approval of the revised interim salary schedule as submitted.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the revised interim salary schedule. Any discussion at this time? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. And the motion passes. The school board committee assignments are next, Mr. Superintendent.
Mr. Chair, the committee assignments are a board item, so I will defer to you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, or Mr. Mr. Superintendent.
The motion.
Maybe we need to add now.
So this morning at our workshop, we updated our committee assignments. Every board member has our own committee assignments, and we updated that to include our newest school board member, Mr. Tony Smith.
I would like to make a motion to accept the 2025-26 school board committee assignments.
Second.
All right, thank you. We have a motion and a second to approve the school board member committee assignments. Any discussion? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, nay. And the motion passes. Our last item this evening, Mr. Superintendent, is the personnel action.
This is the personnel action, and I'm recommending approval of the personnel action as submitted.
So moved.
Second.
All right, thank you. All those in favor signify by, hold on. We have a motion and a second to approve the personnel action. Any board discussion? All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. All right, and the motion passes.
Sure.
Yes. All right, so thank goodness we have come to comments. So we have come to the end, so we can move on. Mr. McKinley.
Mr. McKinley is speechless.
All right. Thank you. All right, well, Mr. Seeger.
Well, welcome, Tony. And all of us look forward to working with you. You've been here paying your dues for quite some time. And I appreciate your efforts to come up to speed with the hope that the governor would have the wise foresight to appoint you. And I hope that you never have the pleasure of enjoying a pandemic or a hurricane in your terms. Mrs. Reynolds, thank you for allowing me this seat back so that I can have the help behind me that the feeble old man needs, because I was electronically in trouble in the middle of the meeting again today. So thank you for allowing me to shift into this. We're back to school. Year-round's been back for a while. I'm back yesterday and today in full speed, and the smiles I've seen, even a few from the teachers, but the smiles I've seen from the kids are just overwhelming. They're happy to be there, and as our teacher of the year said, they feel comfortable being there, and we owe all of that to y'all. So thank you very much, and we're looking forward to a big year. Nothing further, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Seeger. Board Member Mr. Smith.
I'm very appreciative of all the warm welcomes that I've gotten so far. All the staff have been very helpful. I want to welcome everybody back to school. My kids in general, they were so excited for the first day of school, they wanted to come to a meeting tonight. So they were very excited. I look forward to working hard for the students and the staff and the community. Thank you.
And thank you, Mr. Smith. All right, Vice Chair Wendy Atkinson, please.
So I also want to say congratulations, Tony, in joining the board. Also wanted to give a shout out to the Sheriff's Department with the demonstration of their dog. What was the dog's name? Bala. And that was pretty incredible. And also all of the A schools that were recognized this evening. So thank you. And congratulations on such a strong evaluation.
And thank you, Vice Chair Atkinson. Ms. Reynolds.
I just want to take a moment to say thank you again to Representative Oliver, Representative Nix, Senator Albritton, and Governor DeSantis for their support of our appropriation asks. It's very easy to go up there and forget about us, and they don't. And they fight for us to get the money to come back to our schools so we can do some incredible programs like we've been doing. And there were a lot of line item vetoes in the budget this year that Governor DeSantis could have vetoed our items as well, and he didn't. He kept them in there. So I want to say a huge thank you to them for all the hard work they did to get us those funds and to be here tonight to give us our honorary checks. This is great. Yeah, congratulations to our A schools. It's fun to get to honor all of those schools for all the hard work, but I know all of our schools work hard. All of our staff work hard. And yep, my kids went back yesterday too. It was awesome to get them off to school. I could actually get some work done around my house again, which is amazing. And they came home smiling and happy, and they had a wonderful first day. And it's because of the incredible people that work in our school district. So thank you to all of you for making it such an awesome first day for all of them. And finally, congratulations to Mr. Smith on your appointment. I think you've been coming to our board meetings and workshops for well over a year. I think since when Ms. Amontri announced, you were like, hey, I'm interested, and you showed up and you learned about our school system. And I really am excited to have another parent on the board with me. It's fun. You know, you really get to live with the experiences of what your kids go through based on the decisions you make. So they'll come home and let you know when they don't like something too. So get ready for it. And it's going to be your fault now. So enjoy. But no, I'm really excited to have you here. I think you're going to be a great addition to the board. And that's all. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
And thank you, Ms. Reynolds. Once again, Tony, congratulations. We welcome you aboard, and we look forward to the journey ahead. It'll be an interesting one, but a fun one, and you get to see all the great things that are happening within our district, and you get a little behind the scenes. It might be a little bit different from what you're used to, but you get the behind the scenes look, and we're actually looking forward to you joining us on that journey, so congratulations. Congratulations to everyone on a great opening, our second opening, our traditional schools. So great job, a lot of smiling faces, a lot of great comments, and it just shows the preparation that goes into every year, every opening. It just makes it such a success for our students and our staff, so great job. I'd like to take a moment to congratulate Assistant Superintendent Bob Bedford. Thank you for the presentation this morning on the Cognia accreditation. Very rigorous process that the district has gone through, and to really get some positive comments from Cognia, and for them to really recognize what's going on in Charlotte County. So great job in your team for earning that accreditation for the next 6 years. All right, then we'll start the process over again. All right, so good job, congratulations. All right, with that, I'll hand it over to you, Mr. Superintendent.
So Board, it's been a long day, but boy, has it been a very, very good day starting this morning with the presentations from Mr. Bedford. Mr. Chair, I'd like to echo your comments about our smooth beginning. It doesn't happen by chance. A lot of people worked awfully hard for us to have our year-round school start smooth and our last 2 days for all of our other schools. And so for all of our district administrators, I thank you for all of your hard work. I'd like to thank our principals. I'd like to thank our teachers as well. Not only did our teachers show up to our district in-services with smiles on their faces, but they also got their rooms ready for orientation, and they got their rooms ready for the first day of instruction. And so we're off to a good start because of the incredible hard work of our team. Before we get too far into this upcoming school year, I want to recognize the hard work of our Champs Cafe over the summer. And I was hoping Chef Siebert would be here. So Jeff, you're going to have to tell him on behalf of the team here, we certainly appreciate all that they did for their hard work for the summer. So Jeff and I were at, Mr. Harvey and I were at the opening of Champs Cafe last Friday, and Chef shared some numbers over the summer feeding program. And as you all know, we feed our students throughout the summer. It does not cost them anything. We feed them lunch, we feed them breakfast, we feed them snacks. And I'll start by saying 2 years ago, we served 33,676 meals. That was 2 years ago. This past summer, are you ready for this? We served 84,462 free meals. So if my math is correct, and I believe it is, we had an increase of over 150% of free meals served to our students right here in this community. And so, Mr. Harvey, thank you, and please thank Chef Siebert and the team for the incredible job that they did throughout our summer months. I'm also pleased, I see Dr. McElroy in the audience here, pleased to announce that for the second year in a row, all of our classrooms will start with a certified teacher. So I know our administrators, and Adrian, you worked awfully hard for that. So congratulations to you and the team. I'm gonna go back to Mr. Harvey here. We also have all of our bus drivers are hired, and we also have all of our bus driver assistants that are hired. So I would love to see the statistics on how many districts have teachers, bus drivers, and bus drivers assistants all filled on the first day. I suspect they're not many, but we are one here in Charlotte County because of all the efforts that you all did. So Board, we're ready. And once again, I'd like to welcome back our teachers and our students. It is good to see all of our campuses full with activity again. And finally, Mr. Smith, I would like to congratulate you once again, and I look forward to working with you over the upcoming years. And Mr. Chair, that concludes my comments tonight.
All right, thank you, Mr. Superintendent. And with that, no further business.